I promise to be very brief because there's a need to be brief and the time is right. I really appreciate that last session, which did a lot of hard work, and I know a lot of detailed points have been captured from every session. And the team will be working very hard, and I've asked them within 3 weeks to have available the key outputs from the conference. Because, as was mentioned, in the South, the government is establishing a development task force whose sole function is to look at integrated development opportunities. And there will be very high representation from the Enterprise Ireland, from IDA, from all the key players to help bring that forward. But we are, if I may say so, clearly one community. We can consider ourselves the British and Irish Lions, or we can consider ourselves the Irish rugby team. It's all the one. We have the strategic advantage on the island that we actually represent 2 member states when it comes to presentations and applications to Europe, which is a great advantage. But what we have also is this Atlantic identity. As we have heard from Newfoundland, the gene pool connectivity between the British and Irish Isles with Newfoundland and Canada is perhaps unprecedented, perhaps only in the US. We have fantastic relations with the 5 Atlantic member states in Europe, Ireland, the UK, France, Spain and Portugal, all who agreed, all who drove, all who made sure there was an Atlantic strategy agreed in time for the next 7 years. And when we think about policy setting in a European context, this period has set the policy parameters, the budgeting framework for the next 7 years. The next commission that comes in, the next College of Commissioners for 5 years, will largely be a college that is implementing a phase of relatively settled policy. It doesn't mean to say there isn't scope for evolution, but it is a defined period. The funding priorities are there, so we can really build on this transatlantic dimension in all our interests to achieve the type of tangible outputs that we seek in this SmartOcean space. This marinization of the ICT capacity that is on this island for the type of areas that we have talked about and the tangible outputs that will be identified is a real opportunity. And certainly in the South, and from everything I've heard in Northern Ireland and West Northern Ireland, there's a huge synergy between the ideas on this island and with the UK. So I think we certainly have a backdrop to make it work. And I think by that synergy, there is already a significant alignment between the focus of research and innovation, the focus of development, strategies and policies in Invest Northern Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland and in the UK as well. And it's very clear with the areas that were identified in the transatlantic dimension in Horizon 2020 that we're right on the money with where the money is going in the context of European funding opportunities. I am absolutely confident that we're right on the money where Canada will be investing and what you have heard from the Atlantic provinces focus. And equally in the US, with the existing networks and the existing investment, both through NOAA as a national agency pulling together enormous capacity, but also in the National Science Foundation funding a very large program of new cabled observation infrastructures, among others. Again, I believe this is going to be an area of opportunity. Now we move on to the real action projects. And there's a window now where your ideas for those actions will and can be captured. They will feed into an immediate process of government which will have 6 and 9 month deliverables in the South over the next period in the Development Task Force area. And those workshop outputs, this workshop's outputs, will not sit on a shelf. They will go into something that will start to use them and think about them in the very immediate future. It just remains for me to thank everyone who has contributed to the organisation, to the speaking, for those of you who have travelled distances long and short, and especially to our colleagues in West Northern Ireland. I want to thank you so much for being tremendous partners. We must do this again. Thank you.